Good afternoon, everybody. Chag Sameach Moadim L'Simcha, wherever you are in the world, as we celebrate the festival of Sukkot, known to our many Christian viewers as the Festival of the Tabernacles. And earlier today, I was in Jerusalem, and you could not move for the amount of people, the Sukkot all over the city. Really a special time in Israel, a special time for Jews, a very joyous time. So welcome to the Israel Brief, brought to you by Lay of the Land with me, Rolene Marks. I know our schedule at the moment is a little bit hafuch, as we say here in Israel, because of all the holy festivals. So let's take a look at those top stories making headlines, and we begin with the Maritime agreement between Israel and Lebanon that we have been speaking about for the last couple of weeks. Now, a historic agreement was reached today after some initial adjustments to the proposal by the Americans. Now, Israel has hailed this agreement. Prime Minister Lapid weighing in on it earlier today, saying that it will not only secure Israel's borders and security, and it will also bolster the economy for the region, as well as allow Israel and Lebanon to deliver cleaner, more efficient energy for countries around the world. The deal has also been welcomed by the Lebanese leadership. Now, last week, our Defense Minister Benny Gantz put the IDF on high alert in the north following the developments with the Maritime agreement, because we do know that we have the Iranian-sponsored Hezbollah very active in Lebanon, and could see this as an opportunity to launch some kinds of attack. A soldier is in serious condition following a shooting attack near Shavei, Shomron, earlier today. The terrorist has been neutralized, and Lion's Den claimed responsibility for this latest attack. This follows another attack that killed 18-year-old Noah Laser, a border guard soldier, on Saturday night, when a checkpoint was shot at by a terrorist who is still at large. Another Israeli border guard is in serious condition. The manhunt is on its third day of trying to locate where the terrorist is. Now, the next story I'm going to need my soapbox for, because this is just absolutely preposterous. The rapper, celebrity, fashion designer, former spouse to a Kardashian, Kanye West, now known as Ye. I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't get this whole thing to keep changing your name. You are who you are. Anywho, I digress. It has created a social media storm following several days of anti-Semitic tweets and online rants. So how this began, how this horrific saga began, was with quite a controversial interview with Tucker Carlson. He is a TV host, and among some of the more bizarre things West is Ye is supposed to have said, is he claimed that Jared Kushner helped broker the Abraham Accords because he wanted to profit financially from it, and he made various beyond the pale anti-Semitic comments in that. Now, following that, he shared some correspondence between him and, bear with me because I don't know what he calls himself, if it's Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Daddy, Puffy, whatever he calls himself, kind of appealing to him to apologize, maybe to walk back some of his comments, to which he replied, "The Jewish people have been pressurizing you to come after me." But what really has set off alarm bells around the world and outrage around the world was Ye's tweet saying that he was going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. He said, "I'm tired, but tomorrow I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people." Now, social media platforms, Twitter, have restricted him, and he has been shut out of Instagram. But we cannot downplay the severity of a tweet like this. First of all, Ye's following is over 30 million. That's more than double the amount of Jewish people that actually exist on this planet. Second of all, we are living in a time where anti-Semitic rhetoric has found a tailwind on social media platforms, and anti-Semitism is rising to alarming levels around the world, and people are getting hurt. Jews are getting physically hurt, and in some cases even murdered as a result of rising anti-Semitism. Now, this has resulted in outrage, many of us taking to social media to condemn this, including people like Richie Torres, the governor from New York, actors like Jamie Lee Curtis, media personality Piers Morgan, who has had a go at anybody that is claiming that to be freedom of speech, saying this is not freedom of speech, this is hate speech, end of story. Other actors and actresses like Michael Rappaport and Sarah Silverman have all condemned Ye's horrific comment. Somebody who hasn't condemned Ye's horrific comment is also a media personality, Candace Owens. The two of them were pictured quite controversially last week at one of the fashion weeks wearing White Lives Matter t-shirts. Now, some are saying that White Lives Matter t-shirts coupled with the anti-Semitic tweets and support by Candace Owens are playing right into white supremacy. Ye says he cannot be called an anti-Semite because black people are also Jews. So this really has snowballed into a massive issue around the world. Now, we haven't heard from his former spouse, Kim Kardashian, or her family about anything surrounding this. And Ye has taken aim at several celebrities, including another nemesis of the Jews, Gigi Hadid. He's also taken aim at celebrity Lizzo and various others, and many are saying, you know, cut the guy some slack, he is having some kind of mental breakdown. I want to make something very clear. Bipolar disorder, any other kind of mental health issue does not cause racism and anti-Semitism. That hatred comes from somewhere not related to mental health. That is something that is either latent in somebody, it is either their beliefs, or they are educated to hate other people. I mean, if you're going to try and excuse Kanye West by saying that the reason he's making anti-Semitic statements is he's suffering some kind of breakdown, how are you going to justify Candace Owens' support, which is just also beyond the pale? She basically alluded that Jews were not honest people. So we're going to be following the story, and we will be featuring an article covering the attack on Jews by Kanye West, who is now known as Ye Old Anti-Semite. And our final story, because we do like to try and end our broadcasts on the positive news, takes us to Jerusalem earlier today, where tens of thousands of people from around the world, including many Christian supporters, out here for Sukkot, for the festival of the tabernacles. The city is preparing for Birkat Kohanim, the blessings of the Kohanim, or the high priests, that will take place at the Kotel at the Western Wall tomorrow. It is a very special time here in Israel. The apartments are dotted with their various Sukkot. The schools are closed as children enjoy the holidays and families get together. So we want to take this opportunity to wish you all Chag Sukkot Sameach Moadim L'Simcha. Enjoy this very festive time. But don't forget, you can check out our original content. We are back publishing. We have a lovely article by somebody called Renner from London, who actually takes us inside the historic Elizabeth line queue, the queue that queued for hours for people to pay their respects to the late Queen Elizabeth II. That's up on our website. It's also up on our Facebook page. While you're there, if you haven't followed us or liked us, please do so. And don't forget, our YouTube channel is at the Israel Brief. Click on that red subscribe button, and our Twitter page is at Lay of the Land 5. And I'll be back tomorrow to bring you those top stories making headlines in Israel. In the meantime, I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief, and I will see you with your top stories tomorrow.